Surprise, another Jumius. Knock back.
Our food took longer than expected, so
we're chowing it down. We were just waiting around between our course and our next reading, waiting around for the food to come. Like, I'm hungry. And as soon as it came, we had to go do our reading.
The second.
The exact second.
To the absolute T. I'm going to take one more bite, and we're going to get started.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. I'm so hungry.
Okay.
Okay, Marianna's here. Amazing. Let's get right into it. This is...
Oh my God, okay. First drag.
I have the wrong information.
So, here. Well, I'm going to start it off. We're starting it off in a minute. Having all that Virgo stuff in the 6th house, this makes for somebody who's like a pawn. You know, a piece of the fucking corporate puzzle. You do have 10th house stuff. It's not. I guess you do have your moon in your 10th house. But like Virgo 6th house stuff, ooh, I feel like you're somebody who like worked at a fast food restaurant at like 16 and then like stayed at that job for 5 years and like became the regional manager and stuff. Like you move up very quickly and very well, but in like small circumstances, and you stay at these jobs that you're way too good for just because you like the repetitious nature of it and you like get comfortable and you like that you know it already and that you're the boss in it. You don't want to like go somewhere else where you're like new and fresh, even though you would do way better there.
I find that some people with moon in Aquarius have great relationships with their moms. I find that some people do not.
Yeah, it's definitely, that's very polarizing.
So I'm going to, since this is a drag me, I'm going to assume that you don't. I'm going to assume that your mom was totally absent in her love.
No, she has a trine Venus.
Never mind. But still, something that people with Aquarius moons have, no matter whether their relationship with their mom is good or bad, is that their relationship with their mom and what they learn about their emotions through their mother is that they don't know if other people feel what they feel.
Right.
They're like, my emotions are like, no one else is going through this. I'm weird for feeling this way. I'm weird for having these emotions. And it's in the 10th house, which means that it's kind of like a momature position. Your mom.
Oh, yes. Not that you didn't, not that you did acting, but like a stage mom. You know what I mean? Yeah. That mentality wherever you go.
Of where like it's not a loving, amazing, oh, you're my daughter and you're my mom type of relationship. It's like your mom had high expectations of you, and as much as you might have loved her or had like a good relationship with her, there's still that underlying thing of like having a lot of pressure from your mom and a lot of pressure to even like be a provider for your family even. Like this is kind of something that I would think of would happen to a kid who was a child actor, and not only was a child actor, but was a child actor supporting the rest of their family as a child.
Normally we're like, yeah, planets in the 10th house, good. But what's not good is with our generationals, how so many people have a Capricorn midheaven in our generation with Neptune and Uranus in there. Sometimes in Aquarius and Capricorn doesn't matter, but having a Capricorn midheaven and then sticking Neptune and Uranus in there is not good news. It's so confusing. Like these people have no fucking clue what they want to do with their life. And that adds so much more frustration because you don't just have like I know somebody with Neptune and Uranus in there. That's always been an issue for them, but it doesn't get them down kind of as much as it should because they only have Neptune and Uranus in there. So it's like hard to care because Neptune's in there, you know? But with your fucking moon in there, you care. Like this is a major issue in your life. Is like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And I think that's why you get stuck in these little dumb jobs. Like, I feel like you're somebody who, like, I know somebody with kind of similar-ish energy, and like, you would be like the sellout that works for Amazon, you know?
And it's not even that, if you just had Uranus and Neptune in there, you could still have it like, oh, I don't care. I'm just not really aware of like what even is going on. It's just changing up. But especially with it all in Capricorn midheaven, your mindset is, I need to be successful. I need to like have this career. I need to have this status. But all this outside energy is fucking me up. Like, it would be so much easier if you were having this energy in any place, not in Capricorn. Because then it's just like, oh, shit's getting fucked up, but whatever.
Yeah, like if it was even in just an Aquarius, you just wouldn't care because you're detached from it. You know, who cares?
But Capricorn is like, how dare my life be a mess? It should not be. What the fuck?
Just like you are such a slave to your routine too. Such a slave to it. And like, you probably do so well. Like, I keep on mentioning this. Work atmosphere you do really well in, but what you don't do well is the social aspect. You've got some bad shit in the 11th house. You've got some questionable kind of fuck shit up in the 3rd house. And so I feel like that's like your biggest issue is like, you have also like Mars in the 3rd house. You can be really gossipy, or maybe people gossip about you. Or, oh my God, you gossip about people because your Lilith is in the 11th house and your Mars is in Gemini in the 3rd, right? And then when you hear people start talking shit about you, you like freak out and you're like, how could they? How dare they, these backstabbing fake bitches? But it's like, what were you just doing?
I know. And also you got that Venus and Libra, Mars and Gemini. Tricky, especially because they're not even aspecting each other.
Oh yeah, that is tricky.
Having
for the people that you're in a relationship
with. You have
you.
The best intentions of being in a beautiful, harmonious, committed relationship. You have the best intentions of that. In reality, you can get distracted. You can get easily excited by other things from outside that suddenly deter you from your best intentions. And it's just a bit of like a commitment is scary, but you have the best intentions to be committed, which sucks. If you didn't have the intentions and commitment was scary, you could lean into that.
Right.
If you had the ability and commitment was something that you wanted, you could lean into that, but you're kind of stuck in the middle.
Also, like, what was I gonna say with that? With air signs, you can also be like convinced to push. It's air, so you can kind of be like moved and swayed to be with somebody and think you like somebody that you don't, just because you're like, oh, they like me, Mars and Libra, and Mars and Gemini. I like to experience a little bit of everything. So you probably do the most damage because you don't care about people as much as they care about you, but you'll still go into it. You know,
you'll convince yourself that you like this person.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You'll try to convince yourself.
Almost like you feel obligated
to
like this person. And to kind of jump through all the bells and whistles. And truly, you're not even thinking if you like this person necessarily. You're just purely following the social obligation of this person likes me, is taking me on dates. I'm going to do what I do if I were to be dating this person. Am I considering my own feelings of whether I like this person? No.
Nina, not a fan of Gemini Mars.
That's changed.
Never stick by we say things. We just say things.
What did I say that I hated Gemini Mars? Fucking 2017.
Scorpio suns. And then she immediately was like, with a Scorpio sun.
You don't have to tell people about my personal life like that.
Not like really. But okay. So this other drag I'm gonna do, I would like to preface it with me being like, I'm not saying you're ugly, but your Venus is in Libra in the 6th house. So my God doesn't want to be gorgeous. My God doesn't want like clean, neat, beautiful. Everybody likes it. It appeals to everybody. Simplistic, very, like I think of a very like trendy, but like timeless at the same time. Because but your Venus is in bad aspect to your rising in your midheaven. So that means like, and it's in the 6th house. So your health, you're going to have a lot of issues with your health, like acne, bad hair, or just something that happens that makes you like not as pretty as you want to be. Bloating. Yeah. Just like all these, stomach issues for sure. And you're just always like, you're going to always feel like you're not pretty enough. And that's like the worst thing for a Venus in Libra and in the 6th house. Like that's going to become such a judgment to you. And just because you have Venus opposite or in a bad aspect to your ascendant or midheaven doesn't mean that you're ugly, because it just means that the way that you look at it is you are. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
And then also there's like a lack of that like inner beauty from the inside out kind of thing. Like I feel like you really feel like you need to put it on, and like you probably don't go outside without makeup or something, or you go outside without makeup all the time and you absolutely hate it and feel so self-conscious and embarrassed about it. Yeah. Is there anything you'd like us to specifically talk about? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you agree. Yeah, your 6th house is not fun. Like, it's not having a good time. Like, you're so hard on yourself. Like, you're so picky. And you have to do everything because you are the only person that does things right. And you just do so much in a day. And then after the day's over, like, no, you do so much in a day. The day's over and you're like, I did so much a day. But then when the week's over, you're like,
I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything this week, though. Like, what the fuck did I actually do? It's like Virgo and 6th house energy is the best at being productive at all times, but getting like nothing really done. Just like doing these little things that at the end of the day aren't really, they're benefiting the day, but they're not benefiting the bigger meaning of life. You know?
Especially with that pressure from your Capricorn midheaven to be like, oh, I have to do a lot specifically to be recognized for it. And you think about it at the end of the week and you're like, I've done all of this little, it's like at the end of the week, all of the hard work that really took your energy out of you and took your time from you and you put your effort into doesn't matter because no one saw you doing it.
Right. Yeah, Virgo needs that recognition and stuff too. Yeah, Virgo and 6th house stuff will be like, hey, did you see that I did this? Just so they can like get the compliment. And you probably do that all the time, like fish for compliments, but not in the way that most people fish for compliments, because it doesn't seem like that's something that you'd want to compliment about. But like, did you notice that like I made your bed extra nice?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, thanks. And you're like, that's my love language. And they're like,
making your bed is your love language? Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, like making the other person's bed.
No, well, whatever. I think that's funny. That making your own bed is your own love language. That's a
self-love language.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Horrible thing about this Capricorn energy and this Virgo energy. This is what you guys are the culprit of. Oh my God, I only got like 3 hours of sleep last night. Oh my God, I've like drinking 17 coffees today because I was up all night. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, I like don't even have time to talk to my dying grandmother. Oh my God, I just can't even like go to the grocery store. So I'm eating out of my trash can. It's like this kind of stuff of like, glorifying working yourself to death.
Yeah. Also glorifying like just how much you can put yourself through. Like, yeah, look what I can do. But in reality, like it's like a double. Like nobody's in the tarot. Nobody's like holding them there, but they're like, I'm stuck. Look at me, I'm stuck. And they're like, get the fuck out. And you're like,
But what's funny is that half of you is like that. Half of you is like, oh my God, I'm not doing that. Look at me. I'm not even eating.
Right. That's,
and the other part of you is like, oh my God, everyone else doesn't even need to eat, but I need to eat. I need to, oh my God, nobody else has time to shower every day, but I need to shower every day.
Oh, yeah.
I'm weak because I need these things.
Right.
I'm weak because I need sleep. I'm weak because I need to eat. I'm weak because I need to shower. I'm weak because I need to dedicate a day in the week to clean my whole house.
Comparing like what the trash lifestyle of other people and how they can be okay with it, and the fact that you can't be okay with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you're like, I should be okay with that.
Yeah.
Because that means that I'm working hard.
Also, I was going to say, like, I feel like you have some kind of eating issues. That's what, like, a lot of success Virgo stuff. Like, do you have, like, it might be, like, I feel like an obsession thing. With, like, Jupiter in there, you might eat a lot. But then I feel like Virgo is just going to, like, want to track and plan. Like, were you, like, oh, my God, do you fall into, like, the fad diets really easily? Like, Venus and Libra in the 6th house. I feel like you've been, like, cabbage soup diet, don't eat anything for a week, and then you're like, oh, I need to eat after a week, you know?
Or not even the specific diet, but the idea of getting bikini body ready.
Oh, yeah.
The idea of losing your Christmas weight. The idea of those kinds of things. Those kinds of tropes.
Totally falling into that.
Totally.
Let me see here. You just will never feel like you fit in. With Saturn in Aquarius, in Lilith in Aquarius, in the 11th house.
And Moon in Aquarius.
Yeah, and Moon in Aquarius. You will never, ever, 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 ever feel like you fit in. And you probably have some kind of, what's the word? Eat trash of all and recently dropped 30 pounds.
Huh? Eat trash of all.
I don't know what you mean. It's like you ate a bunch of trash and then you drop a bunch of weight and then you eat a bunch of trash again and then you gain the weight. Is that what you're saying? I don't know. But yeah, you just always feel like an outsider. And you might have this kind of complex. I feel like you do because you have an Aries rising. Wait, let me see if it makes any aspect. Where you're automatically on the defense because you automatically assume you're going to be ousted by the group. You automatically put yourself in that place of like, I don't fit in. So then you have this like aggressive thing of like, don't let me fit in. Like you, as much as you kind of like grew up being like, I wish I could fit in. You probably now on the other side of like, if I were to fit in somewhere, I'd freak my shit out. Like that would make me even more uncomfortable. But all you do is complain about how you don't get along with anybody.
So you're really setting yourself up. You think that everyone is trying to push you out and you don't want to upset, like you don't want to be, you don't want to repeat that thing of being a burden or being weird or this, that, and the other. So when people extend their hand to you, they need to extend it about 17 times in order for you to take it.
Yeah. But also, you don't want to take it because you have Virgo 6th house stuff, because you know that if they do something for you or something, they'll do it wrong. You'll feel so guilty. You'll owe them whatever it is they give you. Like you feel like you will, you know what I mean? And also just like, I can't emphasize the fact that like they won't do it right. You know what I mean? They just won't fucking do it right or fast enough. 10th house moon, fast enough. Hurry the fuck up. I don't want to see no procrastination.
Sorry that we're eating throughout this is that we would be really grumpy if we weren't.
Yeah, even your Juno is in Gemini in the 3rd house. I mean, you said your girlfriend's getting pissed, so maybe I shouldn't
talk about that.
But that's not I mean, it may be the commitment asteroid. But that's not the commitment asteroid in your chart. Oh my God, and your 7th house is in Libra, and your Venus is in Libra. This is you in relationships. Everything's always fine. La la la. It's always fine. Even though it's definitely not. Just pretend it is. And it's
like, everything is always fine. Oh no, you're mad at me? This doesn't happen in relationships.
Right.
People can't be mad at each other in relationships. I guess I gotta leave. I have a plethora of opportunities out there, other places. I could go down the street and anyone would want to be with me. So if you're going to be mad at me, I might just have to do that.
Also, you have a major, you have Pluto in the 8th house. So like none of the rest of your chart speaks of this, but you're a messy bitch because you're Pluto in your 8th house. Shit fucking, wait, does she have any afflictions to Pluto? Oh, it's funny. I was just talking about that. So I thought that was, Crystal for some reason. What's your Pluto? Oh, it's Saturn square Pluto. Well, that makes sense. Oh my God. Yeah. I feel like that reads about like you've been through some kind of trauma and that's what led to your isolation was because you felt like nobody could.
Here it says Pluto in the 7th house.
It's just cusping it. So maybe, it's just in the 8th house. It says 8th house is at 20 degrees, 20.20, and then Pluto's at 20.35.
Here it says 20.37 and 7th and 8th house 22.13.
Do we have the same times? 8:18?
Yeah.
Do you resonate with one of those more or the other? Well, either way, it's still cusping it, so I feel like you'd still feel it a little bit. Let's see here. What are your aspects to your ascendant? Anything worth talking about? Oh, Neptune and Uranus square ascendant are going to speak to you being like, I'm a leader. I put that face up, then I'm me. And then people are like, ooh, I actually don't know if that's who you are. Because it's like that Neptune is in Capricorn is like, you want to put on this face that like you're a leader and that you're grown up and that you can handle your shit. But your Neptune and Capricorn in the 10th house can't handle shit. It gets so flustered, so overwhelmed. And I feel like Neptune is so frustrating to your moon in the 10th house.
I did have significant events, as we may say, traumas.
And I feel like that leads to your isolation because either way, your Saturn is square your Pluto. Let me see here.
I mean, this is about time. We're at 20 minutes.
I'm just trying to see if
let's put a button on this.
Thing. Is there anything that you want us to just quickly touch on? At the end of the day, your 4th house is in Cancer. Oh, wait, what? I did as hospitalizations, that 6th house shit. Yeah, dude. Hospitals are so much more traumatizing than fucking people put that out there, but like, I've been in a lot of hospitals and like, they're the fucking worst.
And if you go to a hospital and you weren't sick when you went in, you're going to be sick when you get out. And dude, why am I so gay? Let me see. First of all, Aquarius moon.
All that Aquarius
No
energy.
one feels the way that you feel, which is definitely how you felt.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, and I feel like all the Gemini Mars will also, it's like a little bit of a flip-flopper too, so it might,
But you say you're so gay.
That's true. Well, I just feel like it's
maybe, simple as Libra descendant.
Oh, that's true. Aries rising, Libra descendant. Yeah. You're like, you want a much more feminine fucking person. You don't want anybody that's going to overpower you. You want to overpower them. You want to be the Aries in the relationship.
There you go.
And also Virgo energy is like major, like what's the slang for that? Like I can think of the essence, but I can't put it into the words. Like Leslie Jones, I think is a comedian and she's a Virgo. And I don't know if she is gay, but she gives off that energy that I'm talking about. That's like that gay Virgo energy in females where it's like, you don't know how to dress yourself really. You know what I mean? Like you look so awkward and uncomfortable being in a female body. I don't know. Yeah, that's the end of That's
the end of your Drag Me. So thank you so much. So much for your purchase, and usually say thank you so much for your purchase and your patience, but you actually just subbed in for someone who couldn't make it.
Yeah, so thank you for doing that.
Yeah, thank you for
that helped us out.
We were like, we can do your reading. Like 2 days ago, we were like, we can do your reading at 2:25 on Sunday.
If you're able to. So it worked out really well. Yeah, so thank you. Okay, so I think Sunny said that she's here, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, where?
A little long time ago.
Are you sure?
But I'm not going to start until she says it, but
yeah.
Let me just take a peek, see. Now's the time to chop away if you're going to eat.
I think at this point I'm already dead. Banana banana bread is also known as Sunny. So, hello.
Is banana bread taken, so you did banana bread? Okay.
That's a real dedication to banana bread.
What's intercepted? Why can't
I did the wrong.
Oh, Taurus, Scorpio.
I need the information again. I did the wrong thing where I X'd out of the wrong.
Oh, yeah. Where are you from? Canada? Also in other countries, the 4th house normally isn't at the bottom of the chart. They'll have you have your 5th house. We saw somebody earlier that had their 3rd house.
Yeah, their 2nd house.
Kind of like grounding themselves. That's just a side note. Okay, so Cancer moon in the 2nd house, you need security. Wait, I'm right here. Yeah, lack of creativity. What do you mean? Did I say you have a lack of creativity? No, I didn't.
No. She said that on her own. And then I think she's saying, what do you mean in terms of where her 4th house sits?
Oh, I just mean if you look at the circular chart, you can't see. If you look at the circular chart, at the bottom is normally the big arrow for the 4th house, but your bottom, where your chart is being grounded is your 5th house, and at the top is the 11th house. So that probably puts the 5th house and 11th house feeling more of a priority.
Yeah. I don't want to be I don't know what the word is, but I don't want to be it. But are you Indian? Because Sunny is a name that I heard a lot of people having in India, or a nickname that a lot of people had in India. And there are a lot of Indian people in Canada.
Oh, I actually know what I want to drag first. Your Venus in
Can I
Taurus.
please see?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Your Venus in Taurus in the 12th house intercepted. That's just like a mess. Like that wants love so much and dreams of love and is so affectionate. And oh my God, do you write love songs or poems or whatever your 12th house thing is, like whatever it is that you do for people, like big, grand, romantic gestures, or even just something like cooking food for somebody. You do too much. You do the most. And I think your Venus is intercepted. I think your Venus is intercepted because you do the most, and that like freaks people out. And they're like, ah, you know? Oh, and your Cancer moon in the 2nd house instantly is like, so this is a secure, stable thing, and I'm going to see you every day. Like I've loved the wrong people who've literally hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my God. And you fucking Pluto in your 7th house. Yeah. Of course they literally hurt you. You fall for the wrong people.
I think as well with that intercepted Venus, it's that an intercepted Venus won't typically feel like they are deserving of love or that they're beautiful or stuff like that. So it becomes this sort of thing where your love lives mostly in your mind. Where you don't feel like you have the ability to express it because you feel like no one's going to accept it. So it becomes sort of a fantasy in your mind, and that's tough.
And you have Venus opposite Pluto, which is never a fun aspect to see. And in Taurus and in Sagittarius, that's just going to make you hold on to relationships, not just romantic relationships. It could even be family relationships. Like there are a lot of toxic relationships in your life, but you hang on to them because your Venus in the 12th house is like, and in Taurus is like, I picked this person. I picked them, or like they picked me. Like we're in each other's life. Like I have to see this through, and you'll stay for so long. And then your 12th house will be able to like idealize the person and put so much on them that isn't there, and you'll just wind up getting hurt again and again and again by these horrible people that don't give you the love that you deserve because you don't understand that you deserve love. It's trapped in your subconscious and it's intercepted. Yeah, you want to give it all the time, but you're never the person that gets it or understands that you can get it.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever relationship you're in right now, and you know which one I'm talking about, that you should not be in, that everybody's telling you, this person sucks, and you text your friends and you're like, this person fucking sucks, get fucking rid of them, listen to them, they doing it for your benefit.
How do I release the need for love?
That's not what we're saying. No.
Well, honestly, that's like everyone needs love.
Yeah.
But to hold that lightly is what I would suggest, really. What you need to do is like, I always use this thing that I read in the Mastery of Love, the kitchen thing. Why are you eating out so much when you have food at home? Once you accept that you have food in your kitchen and your kitchen can cook anything, you're not going to let someone show up with a half-eaten pizza.
Yeah, I was going to
say, yeah.
I was going to say, like, you don't need to release your need for love. You need to higher your standards, but keep that want for love. Like Venus and Taurus's want for love and affection is so lovely, so honest, and so pure. And they have so much love that they're able to give and receive. It's so beautiful. Don't get rid of that. It's more of just like like raise your standards and raise your self-love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like everyone needs love.
Yeah.
But don't feel like your need for love overcomes the quality of love that you should have. Like, I need food, so
I'll eat whatever.
You know? Everyone needs food, but you don't need to eat whatever out of the garbage can. You have a poverty mentality.
Yeah,
poverty mindset on love. You're deserving of so much more, and that's what you need to elevate first. This is not drag me territory.
Yeah,
by the way.
No, I know. We totally got off topic, but I was like, I'm chilling. It's fine. Okay, so let me see. I was gonna say, so you got all this lovely stuff up at the top. You know, your 9th house shit's happy. All your 11th house shit's just happy as can fucking be. And then your moon is isolated. It's cold. It's like not happy at all. It's your worst. It's your only planet that you only have negative aspects to. It's in Cancer in the 2nd house. So I feel like you, this isn't a drag, but I was going to say, like, you know how I always say, like, Cancer moons, like, love their mom? You probably don't have a good relationship with your mom.
No, and your parents did not get along.
How can I use my 12th house? Well, that
is birth chart stuff. Don't be buying drag me's and then asking birth chart questions.
Yeah, but you just like you need the stability, and that's another reason why you fucking stay with people for so long. Is because it's like you'd rather be with somebody than be alone kind of situation.
And then your Saturn is in Pisces, which is not motivating you very much for achieving highly and getting over issues. Like what we always say, or at least what I always say. Comparing Saturn in Aries to Saturn in Pisces. Saturn in Aries is not good. Saturn in Pisces is a close second for not good. Say that your bike needs to fill its tires and you need to go to the grocery store and it's an uphill journey. And someone points out to you, someone with the Saturn in Capricorn probably points out to you, hey, your tires are flat. You're going to want to fill those? Saturn in Aries, no, I'm going to bike up this hill in my flat tires. Saturn in Pisces, oh, I guess I'll just never ride my bike again.
Yeah, and I feel like you do that with friends. Like the second something happens with friends, you're like, guess I'll just never talk to them again.
Yeah,
or not deal with the problems that are in your friend group. Okay, because your 11th house is loaded to the brim. Not really. It's got 4 planets in there. 2 of them are malefics and they're conjunct. That's not fun. And your 3rd house has Lilith in there. So your friends and your groups are trouble, but they are your life. Like you are somebody who is completely motivated by people, by friends, by who you know. And the only thing that's not talking to that is your Cancer moon, which is why it's so confused. But everything else is like, life is about people experiencing things with people. Your Gemini rising, you've got double Gemini Sagittarius. Like, you just get so caught up in drama. Like you're 100%. that person that I hated as a kid that was always like, I hate drama, but is always in it, starting it, needing to know, making sure everybody reports back to them, always like one of the main people. And you're that person that like, even if you didn't have anything to do with it, you'll chime in as though you have something to do with it and totally overstep because that's your fucking life. You fucking fester off of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Where does your love and sign? Cancer, yeah.
Lilith and Cancer. I can drag that for a second. So if like that tactic is every Lilith sign has a tactic, and the other Lilith signs are very obvious in their tactics of how they get things. Like Scorpio manipulates, Aries says, I want it. Libra uses people, right? Cancer does a guilt trip thing. Like they make you feel so bad, and they do that thing where it's like, oh, I didn't mean it, and you hurt them, and you hurt them at such like a core, honest level. And Lilith and Cancer people are usually good people because their Lilith is in Cancer, so it's like the worst. That's like the worst part about them is that like they get hurt a lot. You know what I mean? So like they're such good, genuine people that hurting a Lilith and Cancer is like the most painful thing, and they know that, so they use that. Yeah,
it's victim mentality. That's your card that you pull.
Yeah,
of just like, I'm a victim. Stop hurting me. Feel bad.
Yeah,
and that's what Lilith is. We were just talking about this today. Lilith is what makes you feel good and others feel bad.
Yeah.
So what makes you feel good is literally making others feel bad for hurting you.
Yeah.
Like in other signs, it can be like, oh, I like doing this, but it hurts other people.
Yeah.
Yours specifically is like, I like hurting other people by making them feel bad for me.
Yeah, if they hurt me.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Fucking damn it. Oh, what I think you do is you play dumb too. Because that's what I think a Cancer thing as well. Play dumb, play young, play innocent. Like when you're a smart Cancer, you know? Not like that, but like when you're aware of the
power that you have in
yes, you're aware of your Cancer energy, and you can and so you probably like shit goes down in your friendships and you started it. You totally said the drama, you did something, and you play dumb. You play the victim, you play innocent, and people never suspect you because you're like, just like me. I didn't do anything. But you're like, with the fucking puppet master.
And you even convince yourself, like, oh no, I could never.
Oh yeah, I could never. Me?
No.
Like, you don't even realize what you're doing because it's like subconscious, you know?
It's not that I do it. I can't be the one doing this. It's just happening. Sure, I made some actions that caused this to happen, but I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
You also have just huge emotional outbursts and expressions because your like moon is opposite your Jupiter and it's in Cancer and your Lilith is in Cancer. So you just respond so emotionally to things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that makes your Aries so mad.
You have no cap on what you can do.
Yeah, and how much you can feel and how much you can feel sorry for yourself and how tired you are all the time.
That's so frustrating, not only for other people around you, but for you.
Yeah, that's exhausting to always be fucking in your feelings at all times. And then your Cancer moon is in the second house, so it's in a fixed house. So it's so stuck. When it feels something, it just sits in it and it gets so comfortable. Like, it finds its patch of grass in sadness. Like, were you a Tumblr person that, like, totally, like, was that glorification of, like, sad black and white photos? And
you just, like, girls in messy buns.
Yes, loving the idea of staying home.
Bent over chairs like this.
Yes.
This explains why I'm so fucked, LOL.
And
have you read our testimonials page? That's what every single testimonial says.
Dude, but you love that too, that concept of like, that's why I'm so fucked up. Like, you're that stereotype of being like, I'm psycho but cute. Like,
yeah. And honestly, it's just because you always feel like I'm so sad, I'm so sad, everything is so emotional, blah blah blah. And then you hear something like, oh, you're fucked. Oh, I'm fucked. I'm gonna hold on to this. I love being fucked for this reason. I love knowing that I'm fucked for this.
You are so because you have a Gemini rising, Venus is conjunct it, Cancer moon, Aries. That is child energy. That is young, innocent child girl energy. Now wonder why you have fucking Pluto in your 7th house. People smell that shit on you. And you have no Scorpio or Taurus. So it's like, without Scorpio, you're not going to do that shit that people do to you. Like, you're not going to seek revenge if somebody does something. So you're like even better for that Pluto person to like scoop up because like, they never have to worry about you doing anything bad. Cause you're like, I have a Cancer moon. I would never do that to somebody that like would hurt me to hurt them. I don't want to, you know what I mean? So you just get stepped on all the fucking time. Which is so angering to your Aries because all your Aries shit is like me, but it's at such a low degree and it's not talking to your moon well that it's so not harnessing the power that it can have, you know? And it's just winding up being like, you kind of look like a little toddler that gets mad a lot. And people are like, oh, just let her get upset. Like, she'll just like, you probably like throw shit and then she'll be okay, you know?
Big drag on Taurus interception is that you can't share and you can't relax.
Yeah.
You're so worried about like you having to, because it's again another version of poverty mindset, or lack mentality or whatever you want to call it. No matter how much money that you had, just this feeling of like, I can't spend money. I need to save. So that means that you're always like promoting yourself to like go and never take a break. And that you also are extremely stingy with other people, with your help and with your stuff and with all of that.
And that comes from fear also with like not having Scorpio that feels like things are a lot, like the bad things that happen feel a lot more random, if that makes sense. There's not as many connections. And so it's always this fear of what if, the possibility. And like because you don't have Scorpio, so you want to protect yourself from those things happening. So you're always protecting yourself from things that aren't even possibly going to happen, but have been like conditioned into you to be scared of. I always hated not being taken seriously. For sure, that's going to anger the shit out of your Aries. Yeah, I do, and spend a lot. Yeah. Let me see. Wait, we started at 23 minutes. So, okay, cool. Let me see here.
Did we? I felt like we started right away. I don't know. Oh yeah, but we ran over in the last 23 minutes. That's right.
Do Do you have anything else you'd like us to drag specifically? You got some 9th house stuff. I don't know how draggable that is.
Moon square North Node, because the consensus is that your North Node is very hard to get to, and people don't like them. And especially when your moon is square it. You're like, I don't want to fulfill my destiny. So I'm going to keep myself in my comfort zone, or not even keep yourself in your comfort zone, because then it's also squaring yourself. No.
Do you know what? Oh,
no, go ahead.
This doesn't sound like very exciting, but I would never want my North Node in the 6th house. And like, I'm not a person that likes having 6th house stuff. Like, whatever. I feel different about it. But North Node in the 6th house, that just means like you can't do shit. You just can't function. You can't live life day to day. Like, that's your biggest obstacle. And that's kind of like the least fulfilling thing. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody else, like, I conquered, 10th house, I have this career. 4th house, I have a home. 2nd house, I have money. Like, North Node, it's like you conquered. In 6th house, you're like, I can have a morning routine.
I have my shit together.
It's just like, I got a morning routine finally. I wake up at the same time. That's so like, that's not very fulfilling. That's like, I don't want to North Node in the 6th house. Like, no. I don't want to have to fucking learn the basics of life. That's so not fun. That's so boring.
Mm-hmm. Especially because that comes in with your moon square your North Node of like, I don't want to have to work.
Cancer,
I want to have
2nd
to
house.
be taken care of.
Oh my God, do you want like a sugar daddy, sugar mommy kind of situation? I feel like
it's not in your future. It's not in your forecast.
Cancer moon in the 2nd house. Cancer wants to be like taken care of financially, kind of vibe. Your midheaven's in Aquarius, so you probably didn't have to. Yeah, I just get the vibe that like working, career, job, it wasn't really like pushed into you. You were like, oh, I'll get taken care of. I'm baby,
I am baby.
I don't know.
Wait, I'm not going to sugar daddy? No way.
You don't think so?
No chance in hell.
Why do you not think so?
Because sugar daddies you don't have a Pluto. I mean, you can have a Pluto in the 7th house relationship with a sugar daddy.
Yeah.
But I feel like sugar daddies are too like nice and like thankful for you.
Well, you can get a shitty sugar daddy. You can have one that's fucking the worst. If you did have one, it'd probably be very abusive, and it'd be like he'd probably make you do things you'd be very uncomfortable with. Yeah, but that's not your typical sugar baby sugar daddy relationship. Yeah, that's true. You're right.
And also because your North Node is like take care of yourself.
Right. That's so true.
It's definitely not.
And be in a relationship. It's in Libra, so it's like being an honest relationship.
And
yeah, that makes sense why you want it, but you're not.
Stella's in the comments. Stella's destiny is to have a sugar daddy.
Oh
yeah. She had a private drag me, so I don't know if we should have put her on blast here in public. But
and your Juno is in the 10th house, so you're like wanting to marry for status and the idea of like being on somebody's shoulder. And in Pisces, so you want somebody to take care of you. You want somebody to you want a sugar daddy so bad, but that's not going to be what comes to you. Yeah, nope. What are you saying? She said, haha, yeah, go ahead. Right on, North Node.
That's actually the end of your reading.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, I just realized also you're a 1 degree Gemini rising. No wonder you're never taken seriously. All your Aries stuff, baby. All your Aries stuff is at such a low degree too. What's your? Can I just really quickly see where you're on the card? Oh, your Venus. Your Venus is the most mature, but it's in Taurus in the 12th house and intercepted.
And that goes along with you saying that you spend so much.
Oh yeah, but you're like, where does it go? I don't understand. You spend a lot of money on readings. Like, I feel like you probably couldn't afford this.
Yeah, because that's why you were asking all of these advanced birth chart reading questions.
Oh yeah.
Instead of being like, instead of being like Marianna, the last reading, being like, why am I so gay? You're like, how can I heal my love relationship?
Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, you probably should have put this money towards like saving or food. But thank you for putting it towards our food.
Thank you for putting it towards our food. We ate it in front of you today, just now.
Okay.
Yes.
Called me out. Yes, I'm glad. Okay. Okay, so that is the end of this little
drag me show.
This was the end of this little drag me show.
Thank you so much. The mukbangs are gonna keep on a coming. your mukbang scheduling was interrupted by your mukbang and love scheduling was interrupted by mukbang and shit on people's schedules program. What? I don't know. Happy Sunday. Bye.
Bye.
And thank you to everyone who purchased readings.
Yes.
Thanks. Bye.